Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working, but it just don't worry.
Okay. Hey everybody, Bill Butler with RE/MAX Heritage.
Linda Okaneski.
And welcome to Real Estate Mojo. More than just stats and graphs, experience and wisdom to add to your real estate swagger. Today we're going to talk about how agents determine value.
That's the big question. Do agents determine the value of a house, Bill?
Well, I think that's what a lot of people think, right? Actually, it's the market that really determines the value of somebody's home. And it's an agent's job to best position that property so the seller gets the most amount of money. And how do we do that?
It's crazy what goes on, the social dynamics, the psychology of this. A typical seller will call out 3 agents and they want to know what their house is worth. And it's human nature to like the agents who promise you more money. But when someone's an outlier or promising you more money than someone else, I think you need to know, does that make sense? Is the seller really confident that he can compete with all the active properties in that price band? Are there good solds for the banks to be able to appraise the house at that price band? If so, that might be the right price. I'd come in as the highest agent and the lowest agent. But what I will give sellers is total candor, because we are totally failing our client if we overpromise and underdeliver. So what's our job as agents when we're determining price?
Basically, one of the first things we do is we take a hard look at what the state of the real estate market is. We take a look at the numbers in terms of absorption rates, how much inventory is actually being absorbed by the marketplace, and how much inventory is actually available. We take a look at these hard facts and numbers to come up with a real bead on the marketplace.
But at the end of the day, we need to price your house the way the buyers are pricing it and the way the banks are pricing it. That way you will have a successful transaction. We have ways to make you comfortable with this. Talk to us about it. We'd be glad to help guide you to the right price, because we don't want you to fail. So we're here, again, to put eyeballs on the property, to articulate the value, to market it, but the buyers, like I said, it's basic macro 101, that determines the value. So anything else you want to add, Bill?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's our job to get as many people into that property as possible. And the only way you can do that is if you price it correctly out of the gates.
I heard a great analogy recently. Pricing your house correctly. If it's overpriced, it's like you being at the grocery store in the back aisle on the bottom shelf. If you're priced correctly, you're right at the checkout line. Everyone knows you're there. They might not all buy you, but at least you're visible to all your buyer potential leads.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. So thanks again for another week of Real Estate Mojo. Great strategies for successful real estate outcomes. Thanks, Bill.
We'll see you. Thanks, Linda.